Good morning. Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest. Perhaps it's fate, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night, we will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
We interrupt this program. Eyewitnesses in Jerusalem report the sky over the Mount of Olives has split open, and there is a black man in the sky.
I'm live at the Mount of Olives, and dear God, the sky has split open. There's a figure hovering in the rift. The military people are running. We don't know if it's angel, demon, or...
We've apparently lost signal with Mark on the ground, but we're attempting to reconnect with our senior correspondent, Andrew, who is positioned closer to the event zone. Stand by.
Shalom. We say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Kal Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation for the hopeful elect Akim that's pushing his word. Hey, peace to the elect that's out there throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right. So he's one thing I agree with this so-called president in that movie Independence Day. They will not go quietly in the night. This is true. They're not going to go quietly. They're going to go out loudly in the night through physical pain and violence, man. Okay? That's what's going to roll. And yes, they're going to fight. They're going to fight against the Lord, man. Hey, that's why I chose this clip, man. And I used the other clips from the brothers on the gram and put it together, and there you go. You know, I was watching Apostle Gabar's lesson, and while I was, before I put his video on, I was putting scriptures on for this video, and I said, "Wow, that's a spirit," you know. So that means it's meant to be. This is meant to be played. Okay, so let's get with the first scripture real quick. All right, because they really think they're gonna band together as one voice to put away the petty differences, and they think they're really gonna win against the Lord. No, they're not, man. Okay? This is Psalms, the 2nd chapter, and we start at the top. Why do the heathen rage? So who's the heathen? The heathen are the other nations outside of Israel, all right? And the number one out of all the heathens is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, all right? Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? It's an imagination that they think they're going to be victorious against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? All right? That's a vain thing, man. They're imagining vain things. They're watching too many movies. All right? See, the problem with the people of this world, all right, especially this country, Babylon the Great, America. People have a hard time living in reality, man. Okay, they want to escape reality and go in the fantasy world. All right, I had idiots out there saying, "Oh, I can't wait for Superman to come out, man. There's too many things going around the world. I just want to go watch this, enjoy with my children." They have a huge problem processing reality, man. Okay, they want to escape to their fantasy world because they can't accept what's going on. All right, they watching a precious America dwindling down. All right, so let's read verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord. This is what's happening. All right, all these other nations, man, especially the elites, the 12 banking families, and the elites of the other kings of the nations. Okay, all right, they want to come together to incorporate their new world order. That's what it's about, man. All right, let's read. To set themselves and rule to take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, who's the Lord's anointed? The Israelites. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, descendant Indians. You are the anointed ones. Okay? All right? But first and foremost, the elect. All right? Because 2/3 of our people is going to be destroyed in America, man. All right? Let's read. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us, so they don't want no connections with us. You got to understand, people. I'm talking about our people here, man. All right? Brothers and sisters, man. They want to destroy us, man. Okay? They want to destroy us. All right? Verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. So the Lord is laughing about all this right now because he's seen everything from the beginning to the end. Just read the prophecies, read the prophets. It's all out there. It's all in the scriptures, man. Okay? We're going to have the victory. Lord willing, we're that elect. All right? That's our hope. All right? To make it. All right? So let me get another scripture real quick. This will be Jeremiah 30, verse 16. All right? So you see that picture right there. That's what's going to happen to the Edomite race. Okay? All right? They're going to go to slavery, man. They're going to come together with all the other kings of the earth. All right? And they're going to try to fight against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And guess what? They're going to be destroyed. All right? They're going to be defeated. And guess what? The elites of them is going to go to slavery right on those cotton fields. All right? So this is Jeremiah 30, verse 16. And it reads, therefore, all that devour thee shall be devoured. So who's devouring us? The so-called white man and the other nations. They devour us right now as we speak. All right? And all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go in captivity. That means slavery. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. Didn't the so-called white man throughout his whole history and the other nations spoiled us? Yes, they did. It's in the scriptures and it's in history. And it's in secular history. Okay? You can't deny this. All right? So guess what? They're going to be a spoil. We're going to take their belongings. We're going to take their women. We're going to take their riches. Okay? We're going to take their lands. All right? Now let's go to it. And all that prey upon thee shall I give for a prey. So who's going to have the first and foremost? The first licks is going to be Yahweh Shai, which you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Okay? He's going to come down with great wrath, man. All right? With great violence. That's what's going to roll here. So let me get that scripture real quick. Yes, Revelation 18, verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon, a.k.a. America, a.k.a. United States, be thrown down, and it shall be found no more at all. And how it's going to be thrown down? Via nuclear missiles, man. And the chariots. All right? Nuclear missiles, man. This place, America, Babylon the Great, is going to be thrown down violently. So when he said they're not going to vanish, they're not going to go quietly in the night. No, you're going to go out with a bang. violently. That's what's gonna roll, man. All right. That's why that, that speech tickled me, man. It did get you riled up, huh? It makes any American riled up hearing that speech, huh? It got everybody hyping up, getting hyped up with his speech. Nah, man, that's all for naught, man. It's all vanity. Revelation 1 verse 7. This was going to happen. Behold, he cometh with clouds. This is not talking about your regular clouds. It's talking about the chariots, which you ignorantly call UFOs. All right. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds, that means all people on the earth, shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. They're gonna wail. They're gonna be in fright. All right, they're gonna be in despair, hopelessness, man. Okay, that's what's gonna roll. All right, because you're gonna go out violently here in America, man. All right, and throughout the four corners of the earth. A lot of the kings of the earth that went against Yahweh Bashem Mashai, they're gonna go out violently. This is Isaiah 63, and let's start at the top. Who is that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This is talking about Yahweh Shai, which you indeed call Jesus Christ. That this is a glorious and is a proud traveling in the greatness of his strength. Well, how he's traveling the greatness through the strength? With the chariots, all right? Okay. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger. Is this talking about Jesus love everybody? No, man. This is how much killing he's going to be doing, man. Okay? This is how much killing he's going to be doing. And that little clip I showed you right there, his garment was red. All right? Okay, now let's read. There was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is of mine heart, and the year of my redeem is come. Who the redeem? It's talking about the elect of Israel first and foremost, man. Okay? The Lord is not playing. This is what when you read the Matthew the 10th chapter, verse 34, I believe. All right? He said, think not that I come will come in peace, but I shall bring a sword, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? He's coming with war, man. That's what's going to roll. All right? That's why it made me laugh putting on that clip. How the president got all the troops riled up for that final battle. You Hollywood people, man. Oh, man. It's whatever, man. That's part of, the Lord controls all theatrics, man. Okay? All right? But guess what? This is what it is going to happen. All the nations will turn to fight against the Lord. That's what's going to roll. And guess what? They're going to get blown to smithereens, man. That's what's going to roll here, man. So I'm going to leave you with this one scripture. I'm going to leave it right there. So your brother and sister can read it. You can read the NLT version. It gets more explicit with violence. Okay? So this is the book of Psalms 110. All right? Let me start at the 5th verse. All right? The Lord at the right hand shall strike through the kings in the day of his wrath. Who's the right hand of the Lord? Yahweh Shai. All right? The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through the kings in the day of his wrath. Do I got to read it again? Psalms 110 verse 5. The Lord at the right hand shall strike through the kings in the day of his wrath. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries. Hey, man, the Lord's coming with war, man. So, hey, I hope your brothers and sisters were edified. Till then, another video. Shalom.